Hello everyone, welcome back to the lecture series on microwave and radar engineering. In this lecture, I am going to discuss about the efficiency of reflex klystron. So these are the learning outcomes of this lecture. So after successful completion of this lecture, you will be able to derive the relationship between repeller voltage and the accelerating voltage, then derive the efficiency for reflex klystron oscillator. So here it is the functional block diagram of reflex klystron oscillator. So already we have seen the operation of the reflex klystron. So here we have the electron gun and as well as the cathode, so which is at negative potential. Here it is VA, that is we are calling it as accelerating voltage, and here we are considering it as V naught. In the derivation I am considering it as V naught, that already we know V naught is nothing but the DC voltage, applied DC voltage. So it is also called as accelerating voltage, please remember. And as well as the anode cavity, here it is the anode cavity, this is the grid 1 and grid 2. So at grid 1 the time we are considering it as T naught, and at grid 2 that is leaving the cavity, that is electron leaving the cavity, that is considered as T1, and we have the repeller, that is repeller electrode, here it is repeller electrode, so which is kept at highly negative potential, so that is, this is called as repeller voltage VR. So repeller electrode is kept at highly negative potential. Okay. So as already we have seen the operation of reflex klystron. So in this the electrons are leaving the anode cavity and reflected by the repeller electrode and reaching the again the gap at the anode cavity, because of these are reflected because of the highly negative potential only. So as already we know that electrons are maintaining the social distance, so that always the electrons are negative, please remember. So if you follow the social distance you will be negative, you will get the negative. Okay, see here same, the electrons always negative and these two forces are repel each other, and there are early electrons, reference electron as well as late electron. So because of those three, so those are traveling deeper into the repeller space and some are traveling in just a small distance into the repeller space. So already we have seen the repeller space, the distance between the anode cavity and the repeller electrode is nothing but repeller space, right, repeller space. Okay. So here it is, the negative force will be act on these electrons in the repeller space, please remember. So this is very important while you are deriving the efficiency of the reflex klystron. So as well as the relationship between accelerating voltage and repeller voltage. Okay. So and as well as the time taken by the electrons to reach after reflected from the repeller electrode, considering it as T2 same. So T1 while starting time and T2 is nothing but the return time. So here it is the displacement of the electron at that cavity, I am considering it as x, and it will be 0 for T1 and T2 because displacement. So at this point the electron displacement will be 0 only. So as well as T2, for T2 also it is 0 because electron displacement the same, electron is reaching that cavity gap. Okay, that is anode cavity gap. So this is the basic operation of reflex klystron oscillator. So here I have considered the blocks, it is cathode and here it is anode and here it is the repeller electrode. See anode, repeller electrode. So that repeller voltage is nothing but VR, and the cathode we can consider as DC voltage V naught, and the electrons up to the anode cavity the electrons are travelling with the velocity of V naught, and here V1 is nothing but the voltage of that RF signal. After that RF applied signal, actually here we are not applying any input signal. So because of the oscillations inside the cavity only, so oscillations will be sustained, due to that the RF signal will be generated internally in the anode cavity. Okay. So here it is V1, and the space between anode cavity and the repeller electrode is considered as repeller space, and it is B, and it will be S, and it is nothing but the distance only, length, like length only. Okay. So here the displacement we have considered as x. Okay. So all the electrons are traveling towards, accelerated or decelerated, okay, towards the repeller electrode, and these will be reflected by the repeller electrode because of that highly negative potential, and again these will reach the cavity, same cavity. So here we are using only one cavity, remember, right. Here V0, capital V0 is nothing but electron gun anode voltage, and V1 sin omega t, this is V1 sin omega t is nothing but RF voltage at cavity gap. Here it is, the anode cavity is there, so that is RF voltage at cavity gap. VR, as already mentioned, that VR is repeller voltage with respect to the cathode. We have seen the diagram, see, with respect to the cathode, R repeller voltage with respect to the cathode. So S is the distance between the cavity gap, here it is the distance between the cavity gap and the repeller electrode, that is S. So now we will see the mathematical operation, that is mathematical analysis of this reflex klystron. See, the velocity of the electrons in the gun, already we know that the velocity of electron in the gun it is, so we have seen in triodes, that is in transit time effects. So we have the triode. So what is the transit time effect? The time taken by the electron to travel from cathode to the anode. There we have seen that the velocity of the electron in the gun it is V0 is equals to 2 eV, square root of 2 eV naught by m, square root of 2 eV naught by m. The value of square root of 2 e by m is equivalent to this one. So here it is, E is nothing but charge of electron and m is nothing but mass of electron. Okay, if you substitute those values, and we will get this 0.593 into 10 power 6 as well as square root of V0, here it is. Okay. So this is the velocity of that electron in the gun only. So that is until it reaches, the electron reaches the cavity gap, that is anode cavity gap. Okay. So V1, so like we have seen this same terminology in the two cavity klystron amplifier, same here V1 is nothing but velocity due to the RF voltage. Where the RF voltage will be there? Actually in the two cavity klystron, so there is two cavities, in the first cavity RF signal will be applied, in the second cavity the amplified RF signal will be extracted. Here only one cavity present, so that too it will be acts as oscillator. So internally oscillations will be sustained in the anode cavity, due to that RF signal will be generated here. So V1 is velocity due to the RF voltage in addition to the electron accelerating voltage. Okay. So in that accelerating velocity, accelerating velocity V0. Okay. See here next, we know that under the equilibrium condition, so we have kinetic energy equals to static energy, right. So kinetic energy equals to static energy. So here it is half mv1 square with respect to v1, this half mv1 square is equals to, so ev0 into ev1 sin omega t1. So that is at gap we are considering, so that ev0 plus ev into v1 sin omega t1. So from this v1 square is equals to, so v1 square is equals to, these two will come here, so 2e by m into v0 plus v1 sin omega t1. So from that v1 is equal to square root of 2e v0 plus v1 sin omega t1 by m. Okay. So now here we are considering it as square root of 2e v0 by m is taking as common. So if I taking this one as common, and here left it is 1, left with 1, and here v1 2e already common, so v0 is not there, that's why v1 by v0 into sin omega t1. So I am taking the square root of 2e v0 by m as common, then it is remainder is 1 plus v1 by v0 sin omega t1. So already we know that is v0, just we have seen that So 2 E V naught by m. So that is the electron voltage, the electron velocity in the gun. So V naught into 1 plus V1 by V naught sin omega t1 whole power 1 by 2, that is root of, okay. So that is V1. Since V1 is voltages, V1 is far less than V naught. What is V naught? That is applied DC voltage. So what is V1? So voltage due to the RF signal, that is RF signal is already internally generated in the cavity. So if you compare the applied RF signal and applied DC voltage and the generated RF signal, so this is very small value. So that is V1 by V naught is far less than 1. So here V1 by V naught is far less than 1. So then, so if you expand this term in the binomial series, so binomial series, then we can neglect the higher order terms. So that here it is V naught into 1 plus V1 by 2 V naught sin omega t1. So like, so if x is far less than 1, then we can expand this binomially, it is 1 plus x by 2 only, like that. So that is approximately equals only. So higher order power terms can be neglected, right. So now voltage difference between the points, what is point x and what is point y. So here already we have seen the diagram, x is I am considering it as anode position, y is I am considering it as repeller electrode position, that is in the figure we can see this. Here it is anode position x and repeller position y. So the voltage difference between these 2 points that I am going to calculate, see the voltage difference between the 2 points x and y is given by nothing but anode and repeller electrode is given by Vxy is equals to Vr, because repeller voltage minus anode voltage, there it is V naught into V naught plus V1 sin omega t1, that is Vxy is equals to Vr minus V naught plus V1 sin omega t1. So see here also V1 is far less than V naught, so this can be neglected, okay. So V1 is far less than V naught, so this can be neglected. So that voltage difference between repeller and anode is Vxy is equals to Vr minus V naught only. Vxy is equals to Vr minus V naught. See the retarding electrostatic field between the points x and y. So retarding electrostatic field. So we have the electromagnetics. In that electromagnetics we know that the voltage potential V is equals to potential difference between the 2 points, V is equals to minus integral over a to b E dot dl. So that is already we have seen and we learned in that electrostatics, that is in electromagnetic field theory, right. So there it is, from this one E is equals to electrostatic field, the retarding electrostatic field between the 2 points x and y is given by E, that is E equals to V is nothing but Vr minus V naught by distance between the 2 points, nothing but S. Here what is the distance between the 2 points? So distance between x and y, that is anode and anode cavity and repeller electrode is nothing but the space, repeller space, it is S, the distance between those 2 points. So E is equals to minus Vr minus V naught by S, the distance, okay. So this is, since E equals to minus Vxy S, okay, E equals to minus Vxy by S. Force on electron. So what is the force on electron? We know that the force on electron is equals to F equals to minus E into capital E, that is small e represents the charge of electron and as well as capital E represents the electric field, okay. So force on electron F is equals to minus E capital E, minus E into capital E, charge of electron and electric field. So here already we have calculated this one, E is equals to, what is E? E is equals to V minus of Vr minus V naught by S, that I am going to substitute here. So minus minus gets cancelled, E into Vr minus V naught by S, so which is equals to E by S into Vr minus V naught, that is force on electron. I am considering it as F is equals to E by S into Vr minus V naught, that I am considering it as equation A, okay. So now we have the force, another formula, that is force on electron. So in terms of mass and acceleration, that is F is equals to m into a, mass into acceleration. So what is nothing but acceleration? Here it is, acceleration is nothing but displacement. So in terms of displacement I am representing the acceleration. Here it is m into d square x by dt square, that will be considered as equation B. Okay. So there are two forces I have. Okay. Force here it is E by S, Vr minus V naught, and force here it is mass into acceleration, which is equals to m into d square x by dt square. So where x is nothing but the displacement of electron from cavity, that is anode cavity towards the repeller electrode. So displacement of electron from anode cavity towards the repeller electrode. Okay. So here the x is, if x equals to 0 when the electron is at anode cavity. Please remember, this is very important. So x is equals to 0 for the electron is located at cavity only, please. Okay. So there is no displacement. Displacement we are already defining that it is from cavity to the repeller electrode only. Okay. So if the electron is at cavity, there is no displacement, please remember. So now by equating those two equations, that is equation A and B. So what are the equations A and B? Here it is the forces, force on electron. So now equating these two equations, see m into d square x by dt square is equals to E by S into Br minus V naught. Okay. So from this d square x by dt square is equals to E by ms, so Vr minus V naught, that I am considering as equation small a. Okay. So now I have to perform the operations on that equation, right. So now integrating on both sides with respect to t. Now integrating on both sides with respect to t, then so integral over, so d square x by dt square dt is equals to integral over E by ms Vr minus V naught into dt, right. So here apply the integration, that is with respect to t. So dx by dt equals to E by ms into Vr minus V naught into t plus a constant capital C, that is equation 1. Okay. Now we have to find this value of constant. So for this, now at t equals to t1, means the second grid. So this is the anode cavity. So at the second grid t equals to t1, that is the electrons are about to leave the cavity gap, right. So at t equals to t1, so dx by dt equals to v1, this dx by dt equals to v1. Now substitute these values in this equation 1, then dx by dt equals to v1 and E by ms Vr minus V naught into t is nothing but t1 plus c. So from this we can calculate c is equals to v1 minus E by 2 ms into Vr minus V naught into t1, that is equation 2. So please remember, c equals to v1 minus E by ms into Vr minus V naught into t1. So substituting that 2, this 2 in equation 1, that is this constant value here in this place, then equation 1 will be, that is dx by dt equals to E by ms Vr minus V naught into t plus the constant value, here it is v1 minus E by ms Vr minus V naught into t1, right. Now take the common and just simplify, rearrange this equation. So rewrite this equation. So dx by dt is equals to E by ms Vr minus V naught. So Vr minus V naught is here as well as here. So E by ms is common for both. So E by ms into Vr minus V naught into t minus t1 plus v1, that is equation 3. Okay. So again integrating that equation 3 on both sides. So again integrating the equation 3 on both sides with respect to t only. So now integral over dx by dt is equals to integral over E by ms Vr minus V naught into t minus t1 plus v1 dt, right. So here, so after integration with respect to dt, that is x, dx by dt it is x. So here E by ms Vr minus V naught into, so with respect to t now, so that is t minus t1 square by 2, so integration, so t minus t1 square by 2 plus V1 into t, for this one V1 into t plus a constant, so let us say it is C1, already C I have considered, so now it is capital C1. So then what I have to calculate here, I have to calculate the again a constant value, then I have to substitute in equation 4. So for that one, so at t1 is equal, at t equals to t1, at t equals to t1, the displacement of electron, that is displacement of electron is equals to x equals to 0. Why? Because where t equals to t1, the t equals to t1 at the cavity second grid, that is t equals to t1 cavity second grid, right. So here the displacement of electron is 0 only. So already I have mentioned that what is x, x is the displacement of that electron from cavity gap to repeller towards the repeller electrode, already mentioned that. So that, so at t equals to t1, this is x equals to 0 only, as well as t equals to t2. What is t2? So the time taken by the electron return back from the repeller space again reaches the gap, that is also t2 I have considered. Okay, at that time also x equals 0 only, please remember, right. Now substitute at t equals to t1, the displacement of electron x equals 0, so x equals 0 I have substituted here. So E by 2 ms Vr minus V naught into T1 minus, why? Because T already, T is nothing but T1, so T1 minus T1 whole square plus V1 T1 plus C1. Okay, so this gets cancelled, that is this will be 0 because T1 gets cancelled, T1 minus T1, that is entire, it is 0 into anything 0. So now we are left with these things. Okay, V1 T1 plus C1 is equals to 0, then C1 is equals to minus V1 T1, C1 is equals to minus V1 T1, that will be equation 5. Okay, so now substituting this value, this C1 constant C1 value, that is equation 5 in equation 4. So what is equation 4? Here it is. So in this we have to substitute the constant C1 value that already calculated. So now x is equals to E by 2 ms into Vr minus V naught T minus T1 square plus V1 into T minus T1, because already V1 is there, V1 T is there, and now I am considering C plus C1, that is minus V1 T1, that is, so finalized equation I have written. So V into T1 T minus T1. Okay, so initially it is V into V1 into T minus V1 into T1. Okay, now it is commonly it is V1 into T minus T1, V1 into T minus T1. Now just assume if T2, what is T2? Is the time taken by the electron, it is the time taken by the electron to return back to the cavity, from where? From the repeller electrode. So initially the electrons are leaving from the anode cavity, so and those are traveling towards the repeller electrode, and those are reflected by the repeller electrode and return back to the cavity gap only. So here I am considering the T2 as the time taken by the electron to return back to the cavity gap from the repeller electrode. Okay, so now for T2 the electrons are at the gap only, right. So then T equals to T2, the displacement of electron from the cavity gap, it is x is 0 only, because x equals 0. Why? Because for this T equals T2 the electron is at cavity gap only, so the displacement will be 0 only, right. So for that, see x equals 0 again, so x equals 0, E by 2 ms 2 into m into s Vr minus V naught T2, now T equals to T2 minus T1 square plus V1 into T2, earlier it is T, so T2 minus T1. Okay, then E by 2 ms into Vr minus V naught into T2 minus T1 whole square equals to minus V1, that I am considering taking this side, so minus V1 into T2 minus T1. right? So just I am taking this one now, I am taking this one, so T2 minus T1, so this minus into V1, so come here, so T2 minus T1 is equals to E by 2ms and minus V1 is there, minus E by 2ms, so into V1, so into Vr minus V0, so T2 minus T1 whole square, right? So from this, here square gets cancelled, here it is, so 1 by T1, this T1, T2 minus T1, so 1 by T2 minus T1 is equals to minus E into Vr minus V0 by 2ms V1. So from this T2 minus T1 is equals to, T2 minus T1 is equals to minus 2ms V1 by E into Vr minus V0. So multiplying with omega, so multiplying with omega on both sides, that is omega into T2 minus T1, which is equals to minus 2ms V1 into omega by E into Vr minus V0. Okay. So from this omega T2 is nothing but, here it is, so omega T2 is equals to, so omega T1 minus 2ms W, that is omega, so omega T2 is equals to omega T1 minus 2ms omega V1 by E into Vr minus V0. Okay. So now it is omega T2 equals to omega T1 minus 2ms omega by Vr minus E into Vr minus V0, so into V1. What is V1? So earlier we have calculated, that is V1 is equals to V0 into 1 plus V1 by 2 V0 sin omega T1, just, so I have substituted this one. So V1 is already we have calculated, V0 into 1 plus V1 by 2 V0 sin omega T1, right? So what is this one? That is omega T2, it is transit angle omega T2 is equals to omega T1, so omega T2 equals to omega T1, so here it is transit angle, that is omega T2 equals to omega T1, here it is omega T2 equals to omega T1 minus of this one, so omega T2 equals to omega T1 plus alpha dash into 1 plus V1 by 2 V0 sin omega T1 is the phase at the time T2, it is the phase at the time T2 where alpha dash, it corresponds to the center of the bunch electrons, and it is given by, that is nothing but simply the entire value considered as alpha dash, that is alpha dash is equals to minus 2ms into omega by E into Vr minus V0 into small V0, that is, okay, that is considered as equation 1. Okay. So and the bunching parameter is given by x prime is equals to, that is x dash is equals to alpha dash V1 by 2 V0. So the same relation we have seen, that same expression we have seen that in two cavity Klystron amplifiers, that is V1 by 2 V0 theta naught, that already we have seen in the two cavity Klystron. Similar one here also, so just for the changing the notation, here I am considering it as x dash, it is equals to V1 by 2 V0 into alpha dash, so here nothing but, since alpha dash is nothing but theta naught dash. Okay. So for sustaining the oscillations, the value of alpha dash should be equal to, so maximum value of that theta should be there, so we know that already, that is 2n pi minus pi by 2, so omega T2 is equals to omega T1 plus theta naught dash into 1 plus V1 by 2 V0 sin omega T1. Okay. This is the bunching parameter. So bunching parameter for reflex Klystron. So this is the transit angle. Okay. Transit angle omega T2 equals to omega T1 plus theta naught dash into 1 plus V1 by 2 V0 sin omega T1, right. So now we will see the relationship between repeller voltage and accelerating voltage. We will see the relationship between repeller voltage and accelerating voltage. These two are represented by, repeller voltage is represented by VR, as already mentioned that in the beginning. So accelerating voltage V naught. Okay, repeller voltage is VR and accelerating voltage is V naught. So these are deriving, the relation is derived from the known values only. Just already we have considered, we have just before only we have derived this one. So that is transit angle omega T2 equals to omega T1 plus theta naught prime into 1 plus V1 by 2 V naught sin omega T1. So and we have the condition also. So V1 is far less than V naught. So here it is, if V1 is far less than V naught, so we can neglect this term. So we can neglect this one, and now V omega T2 equals to omega T1 plus this one only, theta naught dash, right. So therefore the optimum value of theta naught prime or theta naught dash is equals to, that already we have seen that optimum value, that is theta naught dash is equals to 2n pi minus pi by 2, 2n pi minus pi by 2. So here already we have the expression for this one, that is already we have the expression for theta naught dash, it is, see here. So alpha dash is equals to theta naught dash, which is equals to minus 2 ms omega V naught by E Vr minus V naught. So that is, this is the expression already we have. Okay, so this is the optimum value, right. So from this expression, so V naught is equals to minus E Vr minus V naught by 2 ms omega into theta naught prime. So now squaring on both sides, that is, so square, apply the square on both sides. So then V naught square is equals to E square into Vr minus V naught square into theta naught prime whole square by, so 2 square 4 omega square m square and to s square. So already we know that kinetic energy equals to static energy, that is half mv naught square is equals to ev naught. So this is kinetic energy equals to static energy, half mv naught square is equals to ev naught. So from this v naught, from this v naught is equals to mv naught square by 2e. Okay, so v naught is equals to mv naught square by 2e. So that is v naught is equals to mv by 2e, and in place of v naught square this value I am substituting here. So that is E square Vr minus V naught square into theta naught prime whole square by omega square 4 into omega square m square s square, right. So where theta naught prime is 2n pi minus pi by 2. Okay, so here, so from this one V naught by Vr minus V naught whole square is equals to V naught by Vr minus V naught whole square is equals to m by 2e E square by 4 omega square m square s square into theta naught prime value, it is 2n pi minus pi by 2, that is because already here it is theta naught whole square, so that here it is 2n pi minus pi by 2 whole square, right. So cancel the terms whichever it is applicable. Now rearrange the equation and simplify this equation, that is m square and square e gets cancelled. So here it is 4 into 2, that is 1 by 8 into 1 by omega square s square into e by m, that is into 2n pi minus pi by 2 whole square, which is equation capital A. Okay, so this is equation which provides the relationship between, repeller voltage and as well as, so V naught is nothing but accelerating voltage. So efficiency of reflex klystron. So here it is the DC power supplied by the beam voltage V naught is PDC is equals to V naught into I naught, and as well as the AC power delivered it is PAC is equals to I naught into V2 J1 of x prime, it is the bunching parameter, and as well as in terms of Bessel's function J1 x prime into sin theta naught prime. So this is similar expression like your two cavity Klystron amplifier expression. Two cavity Klystron amplifier derivation is there, similar to the output power derivation expression. Okay. So as the current flows in the negative direction, here the current is flowing in the negative direction, the negative sign becomes the positive, and sin theta naught prime is 1 and V2 is V1. Why V2 is V1? Because here we are having only one cavity. So we are having single cavity and that is same cavity. So there is no V2, that will be the only V1. So PAC becomes I naught V1 J1 of x prime, sin theta naught prime it is 1. Okay. This is equation 1. PAC is equals to I naught V1 J1 of x prime. So where x prime is, we know that is the bunching parameter in reflex Klystron. X prime is equals to V1 by 2 V naught into theta naught prime. So already theta naught prime is equals to 2n pi minus pi by 2. Theta naught prime is equals to 2n pi minus pi by 2, and here it is x prime is equals to V1 by 2 V naught into theta naught prime, that is 2n pi minus pi by 2. So from this V1 by V naught is equals to 2x prime in by 2n pi minus pi by 2, 2x prime by 2n pi minus pi by 2. So then V1 is equals to 2x prime V naught by 2n pi minus pi by 2. So now substitute this value in equation 1. So what is equation 1? Equation 1 is nothing but I naught V1 J1 into x prime. So V1 already now we have calculated that V1, substituting in equation 1, that is PAC is equals to I naught into V1. This is V1 value. So 2 into x dash V naught by 2n pi minus pi by 2 into J1 of x prime. Okay, this is PAC, that will be considered as equation 2. So 2 V naught I naught x prime J1 x prime by 2n pi minus pi by 2. So now the efficiency. So we know the efficiency expression, that is PAC by PDC. So which is equals to 2 V naught I naught x prime J1 x prime by 2n pi minus pi by 2, that is PAC by PDC. PDC equals to V naught into I naught. So now cancel the terms. Okay. Now 2 into x prime J1 x prime by 2n pi minus pi by 2, that is efficiency here. So here this is, we know that Bessel's function. Okay. So the maximum value for this one, it is the factor j x prime. So x prime and J1 x prime reaches a maximum value of 1.252 at x prime is equals to 2.408 and J1 x prime is 0.52. If you multiply these two values, you will get this 1.252, right. The maximum power output is obtained when n is equals to modes, n is equals to 2 or 1 3/4. So in the operation of reflex Klystron, I already mentioned that. So bunching will be occurred at 1 3/4 or 2 3/4, 3 3/4 time. So optimum bunching will be occurred, and that is maximum power output will be there for n is equals to 2 or 1 3/4 mode. Okay, now I am considering it as 2. So maximum theoretical efficiency, it is eta theoretical maximum is equals to 2 into this x prime value, it is 2.408 and to J1 x prime, that is from the Bessel's function only I have considered. So 0.52 by, so 2 into n is equals to 2 into pi minus pi by 2. So it is 22.78%. The maximum theoretical efficiency for the reflex Klystron is 22.78%. Please remember, the maximum theoretical efficiency for the reflex Klystron is 22.78, whereas the practical values however are around 20%. So around 20% only. So maximum theoretical is 22.78. So please, this is the efficiency expression for the reflex Klystron oscillator. Okay. So these are the references followed for this lecture. So here it is your assignment questions. So this is derive the expression for power efficiency of reflex klystron by deriving the expression of output current. So output power we have to derive, that is PAC we have to derive, then we have to calculate the efficiency of reflex klystron. What is the efficiency of reflex klystron? That is 22 point, that is theoretical efficiency of reflex klystron, it is 22.78%. So these are the short answer questions, already is there, it is in the expressions. So please once you go through it. Okay, thank you.